What's up, Chiefs Kingdom? We've got an action-packed show lined up today that could completely shake up the AFC West. The Kansas City Chiefs are already dominating this season, but could they pull off a trade within the division for Max Crosby? This is a big question, and today we're exploring that possibility in just a few moments. Plus, Hassan Reddick is officially on the trade block, having been given permission to seek a trade. We'll break down that situation and what it might take to bring him to Kansas City, all coming up shortly. But before we get into it, if you want to see the Chiefs make a power move and push for another championship, hit the like button and show your support. Let's hit 300 likes to let the front office know Chiefs Kingdom is ready for another epic run. Subscribe and join this channel, where we bring you daily news, rumors, and everything you need to know about our team. Now, let's get into it. Tyler Jones here with you, and thanks for joining us on the program today. We've got some major moves to talk about on today's show. If you want the Chiefs to make a big, game-changing move, go ahead and like this video. I need at least 300 likes today if you want to see the Chiefs move heaven and earth. Do your part, hit that like button, and let's jump into today's show. Max Crosby, could he really be headed to Kansas City? That wasn't a topic I expected to be discussing just a few days ago, but with the Raiders trading away Davante Adams, it looks like they might be preparing to blow things up completely. Now, when we discussed the idea of trading for Davante Adams a few weeks back, I repeatedly mentioned that I didn't think there was any chance that the son of Al Davis would even entertain the thought of dealing with their arch rival, the Kansas City Chiefs, especially when the Chiefs are out to defend their back-to-back Super Bowl titles. But now that they've already moved on from Davante, and there are rumors they could continue making moves, is Max Crosby in play for Kansas City? Here's what you need to know. On Tuesday, after the Raiders lost to the Bills, the Jets secured Davante Adams through a trade with Las Vegas. They handed over a third-round pick to make it happen, and now it seems the Raiders could be entering full sell mode before the trade deadline. They appear ready to offload assets to position themselves better for draft flexibility and the opportunity to move up if they need to find a young franchise quarterback. Max Crosby is currently in the second year of a 4-year, $94 million contract. For a player of his caliber, that's actually quite reasonable. The deal he's on is affordable for one of the league's top talents at his position, and if he were to join Kansas City, he'd undoubtedly make a huge impact. The Chiefs currently rank 29th in the NFL in sack percentage at 5.08%. Even with pass rushers like Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, and others, they haven't been effective at getting to the quarterback. Max Crosby could be exactly the solution they need. He's coming off a career-best season with 14.5 sacks in 2023. If the Raiders are open to making a move, the Chiefs could be the perfect destination to elevate Max Crosby's game even further. When you talk about chasing a title, adding a player like Crosby to this Chiefs roster, alongside talents like Chris Jones and George Karlaftis, means you can't double-team him easily. He'll still find the opportunities to thrive. In fact, he could be just as dominant, if not more so, in Kansas City as he has been in Las Vegas, with the added bonus of competing for a championship. It seems like an ideal fit for Kansas City. Crosby, a two-time second-team All-Pro as recently as last season and a three-time Pro Bowler from 2021 to 2023, is off to a strong start this season, despite the Raiders' struggles. He's already posted 5.5 sacks in the first 5 games, and it's clear he's improved every season since entering the league: 8 sacks in 2021, 12.5 in 2022, 14.5 in 2023, and 5.5 so far this year. Now, I'll say this. If the Chiefs were to make this move, it wouldn't just be about the short term or winning the Super Bowl this year. This would be a long-term investment for a player like Max Crosby, who's still very young at 27 and could be a cornerstone piece for this franchise for years to come. However, it would be very expensive to pull off. I don't believe the Chiefs have any interest in giving up 2 first-round picks, which is rumored to be what the Raiders are seeking. Frankly, I don't see anyone offering that. At most, I think the Chiefs could put together a package that includes a first, a second, and a third. Beyond that, they'd likely say, "That's it. That's our best offer." I do think it's highly unlikely that the Chiefs make a move for Max Crosby, given the factors we mentioned: the draft capital you'd have to part with, the financial investment required, and the difficulty of an intra-division trade. But it's not impossible. Should the Chiefs trade for Max Crosby? Type T for trade or P for pass. Weigh in with your thoughts below. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. We bring you daily news, rumors, live shows every Tuesday, watch parties on game days, and interactive Q&A mailbags. It's all here on the KC Chiefs Report. If you're a diehard Chiefs fan, this is the channel for you. Help us reach our next milestone of 60,000 subscribers. We're almost there, and we need your help to make it happen. Subscribe now for free at youtube.com/CHSTV. Let's shift gears and talk about Hassan Reddick, as there are some intriguing new developments regarding the New York Jets' edge rusher. A colleague of mine, Diana Rini from The Athletic, reported on Tuesday morning that the Jets have given Reddick and his reps a short window to explore trade options, according to sources. His new agent, Drew Rosenhaus, has been reaching out to teams over the past 12 hours to gauge interest. This is quite a change from just a few weeks ago, when the Jets were adamant they had no plans to trade Reddick and expected him to return. But now they've told him, hey, we've changed coaches, you've got a new agent, and you can seek a trade. We'd like to have you back, but we're also looking to recoup some draft capital after acquiring Davante Adams. When you look at the factors surrounding this trade, the Jets are more likely to move Reddick to an AFC team rather than an NFC team, which isn't the usual approach where teams try to send players out of their division or conference to reduce competition. But this situation is different. According to Josina Anderson of CBS Sports, I'm told the Eagles will receive a 2026 second-round pick from the Jets if Hassan Reddick is traded to an NFC team, per multiple sources. That's an added condition tied to the trade for Reddick, as reported in another tweet by Josina 2 weeks ago. So, knowing he's more likely to be traded within the AFC to avoid extra compensation to the Eagles, what could a trade look like for Kansas City? I think the Chiefs could offer a 2025 third-round pick, which is a realistic move to bring in a player of Reddick's caliber. Now, let's hear from you. Should the Chiefs make a move for Hassan Reddick? Put your GM hat on and let us know. Type Y for yes, N for no. Would you make the trade for Reddick or not? Hassan Reddick is coming off a couple of standout seasons where he's played the best football of his career. A second-team All-Pro selection in 2022, a two-time Pro Bowler, and the NFL's forced fumbles co-leader in 2022. He was a key piece for the Philadelphia Eagles, contributing significantly to their Super Bowl run in 2022, where they ultimately fell to the Chiefs. That season, he recorded 16 sacks and followed up with another solid year, posting 11 sacks last season. Whether it's Hassan Reddick or Max Crosby, the Chiefs are just weeks away from the trade deadline, and they're sitting in a position of strength. As the defending champs with a 5-0 record, there's no urgency. They don't have to make a move unless they really want to. But Brett Veach is always a step ahead, playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. We've seen it time and again. In Veach we trust, right? Just because the Chiefs aren't necessarily desperate for a move doesn't mean Veach won't be aggressive and go after a big-time player. The fact is, the pass rush for Kansas City needs to step up. The results so far this season have been underwhelming. Chris Jones leads the team with 3 sacks, while Wharton has 1.5 and Connor has 1. But where has George Karlaftis been? And what about King Felix after all the hype from training camp? The Chiefs should expect more from this group. Adding a Max Crosby or a Hassan Reddick would elevate the entire unit. So, if you had to choose, who would you trade for? Would you make the blockbuster move for Max Crosby or go for Hassan Reddick? Which one would you lean toward? We've laid out both scenarios. Type Max for Max Crosby or HR for Hassan Reddick in the comments. Let us know your pick. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to like the video. We truly appreciate the support. Let Brett Veach know you want to see a move happen, and we'll catch you next time here on the Chiefs Report.